If you read it, you may change your mind.
Parvus. More harm than good? He's an enigma. I don't know what he wants out of the revolution. But let's get to the heart of the matter. If I take this German train, all my political enemies will accuse me of being a traitor, selling out to the Germans. But can I afford to turn down any means of getting to Petrograd?
It's a hell of an offer.
Yes, but one that could be very costly.
Unless it's not a train for Lenin alone, but a large group of Russian exiles which happens to include Lenin.
Even Mensheviks.
Everybody. A general repatriation. Easy to arrest one isolated man, easy to accuse him of treason, to hang him. But a whole group of people of various political affiliations, much harder.
I think you found the only solution.
I've called a meeting with the Mensheviks, Martov in person.
He's coming here? Martov? On what basis of agreement?
To negotiate, Zinoviev. We're going to negotiate. We have to make sure this train leaves carrying representatives of all political parties. That is the expedient for the moment.
Comrade Lenin, Professor Martov sent me.
Yes?
He wants you to go to him.
Is Professor Martov not feeling well?
No. He's in perfect health.
Oh, good. Tell him I'll be along shortly. Martov maintains the Mensheviks are a vast majority. We Bolsheviks are spit in the ocean. So it's you, Lenin, who has to come to me. It's logical. Find Rublov.
Comrade Lenin, you know there's a lot of talk. Some say that your proposal that our two parties leave together is cleverly calculated. We open the door to Russia, and you come in, hiding under our overcoats. Is that it?
What do you think, dear Comrade Martov?
I could understand an act of political opportunism. I would not like to be called a traitor. Are you prepared to risk it?
The bourgeois will call me a traitor. I don't care. The people will not, and that's what matters.
Compromise and contradictions exist in the fight, in life. But there is a limit. And that's what separates us, comrade. The way in which we fight.
Don't lose sight of our true adversary, the system that blindly sends millions of young people to their deaths. How can socialists fight that kind of criminal folly with the immaculate conduct you impose upon them? Martov, wake up.
I did. I have no wish to emulate our oppressors.
First, we must destroy them.
If we use their methods, we shall always be like them.
But all of us, the oppressed, have been taught by them. We're infected with the corruption they instilled into us. Do you really think that anyone who rebels is immediately transformed into some shining new man? We're not machines. It will take so long, comrade, that we may never live to see it.
How many times have we discussed this? How is Nadia?
Courageous, as always. What about your family?
As well as can be expected. Being so far from home affects everyone. I cannot make any decision without consulting my comrades.
Maybe your reply will arrive too late, after the train has already left.
We have to respect the democratic rules. any event, good luck.
Martov and the Mensheviks. Difficult as ever. Any news of Rublov?
We found him. He's at Adler's.
Anarchists. Better lost than found.
They're exiles like us, and they're not exactly anarchists anyway. They'll add to our numbers.
Knowing your opinion of the revolutionary socialists, I'm very surprised that you wanted to talk to me.
We Bolsheviks are revolutionary socialists, too. Often it's only a matter of words. They can cause so many misunderstandings. Though, I admit we have our differences. But perhaps the time for united action has come at last, comrade.
Who gives the orders? You? You have a highly detailed plan ready, I presume?
Sometimes, Rublov, you remind me of my brother, Sasha, the idealistic terrorist.
He was hanged for it. So presumably you consider he was wrong.
He was my model. For commitment, for strength of character, not for politics. When he was executed, I knew his strategy was wrong, brave but naive. I realized that victory lay in a different direction.
Namely?
Organization. Maybe I'm wrong again, Comrade Rublov, but that's what I believe. The struggle is what we have in common, and that's why I'm asking you to join us.
Put myself in the hands of the Germans? Those underhanded, rotten, dirty, militaristic bastards? You trust them?
Yes. Because they're doing this for purely selfish motives, as we are.
No. I refuse to be used as merchandise the enemy can barter with, holding a gun to my head. Any of you prepared to go along with Lenin's offer? Good luck, comrade.
Good luck to you all, comrades.
I hope you get to Petrograd.
For Grimm and Platten?
It's a list of our conditions for taking the trip. I want them made known to the German ambassador.
They also want to take a group of women and children on the train. 30 or 40 people in all, Mr. Ambassador.
That's all right. Since Berlin keeps bombarding me with orders to send them off, 2 officers are waiting for them at the border already. Go on, what else?
They insist on paying for their tickets.
I like that. Granted.
They're bringing their own food for the journey. In other words, they want no favors from their enemies.
Granted. When will they be ready to leave?
As soon as they've gathered enough people together.
But what about peace? Can this Lenin guarantee us peace? Has he made a statement?
No statement.
Go on.
They don't want any German officers to escort them.
These people are Russians. We are at war with Russia. They want to cross our country without an escort? Certainly not.
All right, we might as well resign ourselves to having an escort.
What about the Mensheviks? What was their answer?
Martov has to consult his comrades.
Martov is going to say no to anything we might suggest or offer.
If he isn't with us, then he must be against us.
He'll probably tip off his friend Kerensky. You know how he is. Look out, here come the Bolsheviks. Throw them in jail, hang them.
We'll see.
The general feeling is that it could be very dangerous. A lot of people are afraid to get on the train.
So we're going ahead anyway, even if no one joins us.
Not the dashing heroes, Kartanov, not the dashing heroes. I had to reach Petrograd in one piece. There are only 8 of us. Too few.
Has anyone thought of asking Abramovich of the Bund?
The Jews.
Well, they're mostly Poles and Lithuanians, but they might come along. They share a lot of ideas, so why not our train?
Speak to him and get in touch with all the others at Geneva, Bern, and Lausanne.
Harvest is waiting for you across the border at Zingen.
Harvest. I wonder whose side he's on this time.
Wherever there's gold and champagne flowing.
And beautiful women, of course.
You go.
Me? I'm an Austrian citizen. A deserter? If I so much as poke my nose across the border, they'll clap me in irons.
Ask the German embassy for a safe conduct pass for Radek.
Very well.
1. Parvus has the Germans in his pocket, which means he holds a decisive position in this matter and must not be allowed to suspect for a second that we intend to do without him. 2. He must be led to believe that I cannot contact him personally because it could damage me politically, so he must be patient. That's all.
Has it ever occurred to you that Parvus might have organized all this just to discredit you? It would be just like him.
There's little doubt our friend Parvus has a pretty warped mind, but I think that's going too far even for him. No, I think Parvus simply wants to be the one backstage who pulls the strings, but we are more than puppets, comrades. Are we not?
You've sent so many cables to our comrades, inviting them to join us on this journey. But there is one you've overlooked.
Who do you mean?
Inessa.
Inessa.
Why leave her out? After all the years she spent with us.
I've written to her once or twice over the last couple of years, but I never had a reply. She's drifted away. People do.
Oh, this is different, isn't it? You can't summon up all our old comrades and ignore Ines Armand.
I'd be happy if Inessa came back to us.
She deserves her place. After all, she fought and suffered just like us. She went to prison too.
Give me some change. I'll send her a cable.
Buy some bread on the way home, if you have any left.
All right.
Bad news, Madame Armand.
Help me to pack, Tilda. I have to go to Geneva.
Will you be gone long, Madame?
I may never come back.